IUPAC naming.
What is IUPAC?
IUPAC is a group of nerds. It stands for International Union of Pure and Applied Chemists. Some people look at that and they see Tupac.
I'm not talking.
Yes, it's not the same, I don't think. So IUPAC is a group of nerds, and they came up with a method for naming alkanes. So anytime you get frustrated in this process, you can email them. And I don't know everything, all the rules, but I know enough to start you out. So here's what you're going to do. There's 4 rules here. 1, find the longest continuous, if I can spell it right, carbon chain. And you're thinking, well, what am I naming? I don't know, I'm going to make up something. So while you're getting that, let me just go over here and make up something for you to name. Okay, that'll work. Okay, up there on the right, I drew something that you're going to want to draw. It's got 8 carbons going across and some other things, the other thing. 8 carbons across, some BR to CH3. And I'm going to show you how to name that. When you find the longest continuous carbon chain, you also have to name it. And when I say name it, I don't mean name it Sam or name it coal. I mean name it one of those 10 we learned a minute ago, like methane, butane, propane, something like that. If it has 8 in the longest continuous carbon chain, which is this going straight across, what do you think his name is? Octane. Octane is like the base name of this thing. If you want to write it somewhere, you can, just to remember it. Okay, that's step 1. Step 2. Identify side groups. I'm going to kind of combine some steps. You identify them, you alphabetize them, and you assign prefixes. The prefixes are based on how many of them there are. The prefixes are di, tri, tetra, penta, and you probably won't even need all those. Now, you should not understand this yet. You shouldn't understand it yet. If you do, I'm worried. So, the prefixes, or the side groups here, are everything that's not in that red circle. So, what I would suggest you do, after you circle your longest chain, you might want to circle the side groups. Some people prefer to highlight the longest chain or box the longest chain and then circle the things that are outside. You don't count the H's. Those lines like that, those are H's, ignore them. So the side groups I've got here are these, bromo and methyl. I don't know what they are. Here are the possible side groups. Br is called bromo. I is called iodo. Cl is called chloro. And F is called fluoro. There's 7 we're going to use today. So those are 4 possibilities. Here are some others. CH3 is called methyl, derived from methane. CH2CH3 is called ethyl, comes from methane. And in this solution, CH2CH3 called propyl. I know this is seeming like a lot. Yeah, I know. I can't get the one to show. It's okay. Maybe we'll get to go home. Alright. Propyl, ethyl, methyl, and then the other 4. These are the things that you might have as side groups. So my side groups are bromos and methyls. And if I was wanting to write them down yet, I would say tetrabromo, because there's 4 of the BRs, and methyl. You don't use monomethyl. You just use methyl. When I alphabetize them, I always use the name of the side group, not the name of the prefix. I'll pull it all together in a minute, because right now you're thinking, I'll never be able to do this, but you will. Okay, the third step, which I'm going to put down in here. Assign lowest numbers to tell location of side groups. What that means is, in English, maybe I should just say this, number the chain. It works well most of the time if you'll put numbers on the carbons. If I'm looking left or right, which side of the chain has the most side groups on it? Left side or right side?
Right.
Yeah, they're kind of more on this side. Make sure you see this. Most of your side groups are on this side. That means I want to make this carbon number 1. Number like that. And then my final step, I'll show you when I pull all together what that means. 4. Put commas between numbers, dashes between numbers and letters. I'm going to give you a second to get all that down, and then we're going to pull it together. We're going to give you the name of this thing, and all the light bulbs are going to come on. It's going to make sense. Okay, half the light bulbs will come on, probably. Hopefully. Erase this stuff. Okay, so what's the name of this guy with all this mess here? I don't know. Let's see. His name is going to be 2, 3, 4, 4 tetrabromo 3 methyl octane. It's probably going to take you a minute to go, where did this come from? And I'm not sure, but you're going to get it, unless I mess up. So let's see. 2, 3, 4, 4. All right, that looks good. First thing to point out is, yes, they're alphabetized. You don't alphabetize the family name, just the bromo and the methyl. You're probably going, where did she get those numbers? The numbers are the numbers of the carbons. There's a bromine on number 2, there's a bromine on number 3, and there's 2 bromines on number 4. So you have to tell me where they are. There's 1 on the 2, 1 on the 3, 1 on the 4, and another one on the 4. There's 4 of them. That's why I have tetra here. There's also a methyl on the number 3 carbon. That's why it's 3 methyls there. Okay,